is Matt, and welcome to my channel. I have a lot of Star Trek things in my collection. I've already reviewed these and kind of showed them off. I threatened to get the heads, so that is exactly what I've done. I'm still missing one ship from this line. I believe it is the Maquis Raider. Still kind of on the search for that. But right now, I want to show these really weird, odd Playmates Strike Force bases made out of heads. Before we really get started here, shout out to my friends at Big Fun. They always have some of the coolest, wackiest, zaniest, fun toys, and they are Big Fun down in downtown Columbus. They're on High Street, and look them up because so cool. Great place. When I was there purchasing these, a young lady came in and she was all over the place screaming how much amazing stuff. From Chainsaw Man to Hello Kitty. I guess that's a good way to put it. And then a lot of different Star Trek stuff, like we're going to talk about today. This is a Borg temple, and this is a Klingon Great Hall. You're looking at these and you're saying, no, those are heads. Well, it's a little bit more than that. So back in the 90s, Playmates kind of was given some license to say, just make things. Just take a look at what we've got here, brainstorm, eat a couple pot brownies, and come up with something. And boy, did they come up with something here. So as you can see, we've got the Klingons over here on the left side. It comes with little figures, including Lieutenant Worf, Kempek, Gowron, and a Klingon warrior. I think that head looks a lot more like Christopher Lloyd as Commander Krug. So, but your mileage may vary. And then, of course, over here on the right-hand side, it is a Borg temple made out of a Borg head. This includes Lieutenant Commander Data, Lore, Hugh Borg, and a Borg soldier. Of course, Hugh being the first Borg that the Enterprise and Captain Picard encounter, who expresses their individuality. Let's take a look at these individually out of their packages. So to anyone that might be worried that I'm opening these things, oh no, the value. These have already been opened. I assume that they may have been played with, or maybe they were just open to check the contents and then put away. I am not exactly sure. I do know that they seem to be complete as of right now. I haven't opened them myself, but that is something that we are going to do right now. So as you can see, Klingon Great Hall. That's what's on his mind right now. And then we have our little figures down here. We will go through them and show them off. Klingon opens to recreate the memorable Klingon Great Hall. And then this is kind of fun. Look at all of these little figure packs you could have gotten back in the day. I don't remember if I've seen them at Big Fun. I don't think I have, but they're just all little, Ferengis, Klingons. Here's a Starfleet away team. Here's the Borg assimilation team. That's pretty cool. And these are, that's a Nausicaan, but these are Ferengi. And then these are all Klingons. And those are all Borg. And of course, you've got your Starfleet folks. Looks like Picard. It almost looks like Geordi. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Let's see. What do you think? No. I don't know. Even zoomed in, the fidelity on the picture, not great. Okay. Coming around to the back. Here's the fun stuff. Now, Kempek, I think he was Chancellor. He was being slowly poisoned to death. And then Gowron and Duras. Those were the two fighting to become the Emperor of the Klingon Empire. Look, he's got a Kempek array. Isn't that funny? So maybe this is supposed to be Kempek's head, even though it doesn't look like him. Like I said, it looks like Commander Krug. It just does. Anyhow, so here's this. And I looked up this game. It is really hard to find anyone that has, if anyone actually won this. I did a look up a couple of, I think about a year ago. It is very possible that the winner could have still have this in their collection and they've not opened it. So, but you can see Borg Temple. We'll look at that here in just a moment. There's Kempek. There's a Klingon warrior. There's Lieutenant Worf. There's a battle platform. And then there's Galron up there at the top, being all buggy-eyed. Wall panels. Those look like Targs, right? Okay. Battle stations look like very comfortable chairs, which doesn't make much sense. So this is kind of how you do all of your transformations and whatnot. Apparently there's a detention cell down there. We'll have to take a look at that. Join the official Star Trek fan club, 1-800-TRUE-FAN. I'm not calling that. Anyone wants to call that, they're more than welcome to. So Paramount Toys, Playmates, the whole dealio. And then here on the side, we've got our ships. And of course, as you can see, like I said, I'm still missing this Maquis fighter. The biggest issue is that they want to sell them all as a 5-pack, and somehow I got a 4-pack of them. It was weird. So I'm still looking for a Maquis fighter. Maybe someday. All right. Let's get the head out. Oh, as you can see down here at the bottom, just telling you what you got. 1997 Paramount Pictures. So the late 90s, where it was kind of the wild, wild west of what are we going to make that Star Trek. And here's a weird thing. $25 there. $20 up there. To be honest, I think he charged me $25 for one of these. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Absolutely fine. And at the top, you can see his bald spot. Here is our Klingon with the box off. Won't surprise you to hear it's difficult to get the damn thing out of the box. What might surprise you is that there were no dead bugs to be found inside, so that's absolutely fantastic. I think the last thing that I opened that was Playmates related, that was hard to get out of the box, had some dead bugs in it. And I actually think that Star Trek Micro Machines box that I pulled all of those figures out of last year had some dead bugs in it. So anyhow, as you can see, he is securely fastened. All of his Klingon buddies are still right here, and they are still in their packing, which is really interesting. We're going to take him out here and show. And look, see, usually, yeah, see, they ripped that. And then, yeah, it looks like they kind of cut it and then had the head out. So they were just kind of showing off the playset, I would assume. So it'll be very interesting to see if all of the accessories are actually in the head. And this has definitely been twisty-tied by a human. This has definitely become twisted. And anyone who has dealt with twisty ties from the 1990s, when it comes to their little figures or anything made by Playmates, can tell you, you can tell the difference between a machine twisty tie and a human twisty tie. So let's... Seems like there is stuff in the back of his head here. Oh, is there one on the bottom? Feels like there's one on the bottom. There is one on the bottom. Oh, look at this. Can you see in there? So they got the twisty tie off, and then it looks like they zip tied the bottom back together. Maybe they thought they were going to fool someone. Not that it matters to me. I'm fine with it. But I'm going to get some scissors and we're going to take care of that. Okay, and that is done. I'm not here to fool anyone into thinking that I didn't open anything, so I think we're going to be okay. Here he is. I'm going to have to... I am going to have to get in here before I can get a twisty tie. How is the theater, Mr. Lincoln? So, let's see how it goes. And I don't think I saw any... Oh, there are the instructions. I found them. Oh, boy. I've got instructions. Oh, look, somebody actually... This is funny. This is the first time I've seen this. Somebody has actually gone ahead and did the scratch-offs. Green and green. Oh, look, and stickers. Very nice. We won't worry about those. But so here's... Oh, my gosh. If you want to read... Good luck with that. And then it's the same on this side too. So yes, I still have the box to this. I have this and the Chekhov's missions, the expansion for it, in a box back there. But it looks like someone played the game and 3 ways to play. Collect 2 Playmates Star Trek toys proof of purchases and 2 points to earn photos of yourself in a Tribbles episode. Watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine the weeks of September 29th to reveal the grand prize winner. So watch the space station. And then match specially marked Playmates Star Trek toy packages available at your local retailer. So green. Someone played. That's great. I'm very glad to see that. And then here we have Where's Your Mind At? Looks like they've got the little places, numbers there for your stickers, and then blank on the back. So it's basically a sticker sheet guide. And then again, here are said stickers, numbered. We won't worry about that right now, but look at the Klingon disruptors. You got the rifles, you got pistols, and then you've got almost older school looking pistols. And then something else. I can't tell what that is. Okay. And then the bag that everything came in. Wonderful. Let's get it open. So up here we have we've got our antenna array there. Let's see. Anybody home? Let's see. Maybe we should look at this real quick. How does it fold? How does it fold down? Okay, so the top does come off, and then the face does go downwards. So let's put our Klingon into a downward dog. Aha, there we go. Looks like his nose. His nose is a support. And we've got lots of different things in here. Look at this. Ah, yes, there's steps, which are weirdly... Hang on a second. I'm going to remove this plastic. There we go. Held together by the strongest tape known to mankind. The Klingon symbol is a little odd, isn't it? Look what it does. Very strange. Okay, so that is steps going up into everything. How does everything else settle? Please tell me I'm not missing pieces. It's very possible. Let's see. There are chairs at the top. Kind of looking at this right now. There are chairs at the top. Klingon seats. Pull down weapons rack. Expose hidden Klingon detention cell. Get a good look at all of this here. So we've got steps. We have a little area that moves here. It looks like this is the high seat for the Klingons. Boy, that just doesn't... See how it kind of... That's kind of how it sits. It's very interesting. Maybe it could... Oh, okay. All right. That seems a little bit better. And how about... Oh, wow. So that's interesting. I can't reach this in the back here. So that's really annoying. See? There's these holes, but I can't get back here in order to undo the twisty tie. That's a little annoying. But all right. Okay, so there is our side view. Apparently some of these do flip around. That's very interesting. This is a weapons rack, I think it was. There's a weapons rack right here. Supposed to be when you put the sticker on, I assume. And then a little spinny door here. It's very interesting. Let's see the explanations. Yep, pull down weapons rack on that side. On this side, a secret entrance. Hold pin firmly and twist door in either direction. So you have to hold it firmly, though. It has to be firm. And then to conduct a battle, attach Klingon warrior and war figures on platform. Oh, so it's supposed to be them fighting. So you put them on the platform here, and then you swing them back and forth. And they're fighting. Like manly warriors. Fascinating. And then in the back here, expose hidden Klingon detention cell. Hold face portion firmly and pull forward. Okay, so hold, pull forward. Ah, looky there. So There's a little bed down there. And then, oh, look, it swings up. And then you've got a detention cell down there that no one can stand up in. And then we can just push that back in. There we go. Yeah, so his nose is basically the stand to make everything look a little bit straighter. And at the top here, you've got some Klingon seats and a battle station. You can bend them at the waist and place them in the chairs, but their feet are going to stick out like that. So, I mean, I don't think their knees work. Okay, hidden cell. I mean, that's pretty much it. Fold down the stairway to provide access. Pull down the weapons rack. Yeah, that's it. So this is the Klingon battle station from Strike Force. Isn't that funny? A weird little time in history. Let's get the Borg temple up here, and we'll see what's what with that. But first, it seems a lot less involved than those ships were. I have a big head. Look at my giant head. Oh yeah, it says $25 down there as well. For some reason it's $20 up here and $25. So you saw one part and then saw the other part. $5. It didn't bother me that much. Okay, so we're basically kind of the same except around the back. And here they're saying, look, it's a Klingon Great Hall. That face looks a little different. Just a little bit. Not too much. It's okay, though. I'm not going to complain. This is older than some of you. So here we go. Play set closes or storage or travel. Travel with your play set. Open to beam into the heart of the Borg temple or the brain. If they would have said brain, that would have actually have been a lot cooler. Resistance is fetal. Move the workstation seat for the optimum efficiency. Operate the Borg implant tools. Rotate the operating table to install Borg implants. Rotate the communication. There's a lot of rotation. Rotate the communications array to contact the Borg cube ship. Be assimilated in the secret Borg region. I'm going to guess this is a little bit similar to the other head. There might be some small differences. It appears the cavities are a little bit deeper here, but it does have a little pull-out thingy, which we will take a look at momentarily. Again, it's taunting me that I don't have the Maquis fighter, but what are you going to do? Let's open it up. And here he is out of his box. We can kind of see here, there's Lore is the one with the darker eyes, I assume. Two Borgs. One of them is Hugh. I assume it's the one on the very left. This one after him is a little bit more burly than I would expect to be a Hugh. And then, of course, you've got Data right there. And then, like I said, there's Lore with really, really dark eyes. It's like, how do we distinguish that they've got eyes? Well, let's just give them more mascara than they normally wear. Okay, sounds good. And then this is fun. This hasn't even been opened. There's 2 game cards in there. And then there's a little plug here. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. We could probably look at the instructions, but the instructions are in here. I assume it's going to be just as straightforward as the other one. We'll see how far we can get and then take a look at them accordingly. But yeah, boy, it's still sealed. That's sealed up tight. It's got 1997 air in that bag. Pretty cool. Something else of note that I just noticed that's notable. The twisty ties are actually still taped together. So what does the bottom look like? Does it have a little, let's see, is it a twisty tie down there or is it a strap? Oh, it's a strap down there too. So that's very interesting. So they got to the point where they were able to take the twisty ties off on the Klingon head, but they didn't go for the strap at the bottom. I wonder, I mean, I guess you could just do the play set from here. You just open up the head and then pull the face down. And also, looky here, there's still tape holding it together all the way around. It's disintegrating. Isn't that fascinating? While I was taking this apart, something of note that since I mentioned it before, you can see how uniform that twisty tie is right there. So it has not been taken apart that has definitely been twisted up by a machine. So isn't that something? And here he is, ready to assimilate anyone that gets in his road. Let's take a look. He's got this wonderful antenna up here. Look at that. He can contact all of his friends using that. And then we have our little face that comes down and reveals something very scary. Look, it's a Borg assimilation chamber. These little arms, straight from the Ford assembly line, come down here. And it's actually very much like we see in First Contact, where Data is lying flat, and then he zooms himself up, and now he's upright. This is supposed to move, this chair. It does not move very easily, so I'm not going to bother. This, I assume this is just Borg storage. If we fold this down, we have a Borg alcove right in there. Here is the play set, basically. I mean, this is the play set area right here. This little piece that I have here that you can kind of see in the bag. You see the little black piece that's right there? The only thing that's in 3D in there? That's supposed to fit in this area here. What's interesting is if you look at the box, it's supposed to be silver. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a lot of weird color discrepancies. Actually, as you can see up here, it's supposed to be silver. And then the Craftsman toolbox right here is supposed to be red. Well, it's the plastic color right there. The antenna itself is supposed to be silver, red accent at the bottom, and then the beige color scheme kind of permeates that area. And even the operating table is supposed to be beige. And then it's got some accents along the side where the wheel is, but I think that might be, yes, that's where these go. So somehow, I guess you have to take this out. If you take this out, you can put these stickers here. There must be a fairly simple way of doing that without breaking it. We won't worry about that right now. Oh, even these arms are on arms. That. Very articulating. Cool. And of course up here you've got, look, it's a Borg bathroom. Look at that. You can tell it's not an American bathroom. Very European. You can't see through the stall doors along the sides. So that's pretty great. It's Borg bathroom. They're just really fun and funny and strange little play sets. And I just love them. They're very cool. Before we get to the end today, just a quick little look at our Klingon friends. Of course, you got Klingon number 1 right here. You got Galron. That's Worf. And then, of course, that is Kempek on the throne. And then next to him there, you've got a Targ. They look so much better. You can see how much Worf is grimacing there, and it's so much different than Lore and his over-contouring. And that's it. You can kind of see the similarities here. You know, they transform the same way. They've kind of got the same pieces at the top where it's a transmitter, and then it deviates a little bit. You get a bathroom over here. This could be a bathroom up on the top. I'm not going to judge. A Kempek in his chair will sit right here on the Klingon throne, because he is the Emperor after all. And then you've got Klingon accessibility here, whereas Borg don't really care about accessibility. It's all got its own different little sets of articulation, which is actually really cool. So, I mean, yeah, this was the wild, wild west of Star Trek in the 90s. And it was a great time to be alive. It was a great time to have a love of Star Trek. These days, unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of affordable Star Trek out there. It's all mainly... Oop, don't squeeze too hard. Pop his little brain out. We're seeing a lot more expensive toys coming out, far more collectibles rather than Playmates-esque toys that allowed collectors to collect the silly little things that came out of 1990s Playmates. These days, the Playmates have once again lost the license for Star Trek, and basically in that short amount of time, they came out with a hand phaser, 2 ships, both of them were Enterprise, one was from TOS, the other one is from TNG, and then 3 Playmates size Star Trek figures. They're the small ones are about that big. For scale. I'm crushing your head. So that's it. What a cool little set of things. Once again, I am looking for that Maquis fighter. Someday I'll find it, and when I do, I'll do a re-review of the really cool ships that make up the Star Trek Strike Force from Playmates. Until then, though, this is a great little bit of history. I hope you enjoyed the journey that we all just went on. Just nostalgia and weirdness and what were they thinking just permeates Playmates from the 90s. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.